We're live. Okay, guys, welcome to the Cool Views podcast.
The Cool Views podcast, baby.
Cool Views, bro. It's getting a little foggy out there, actually.
Very cool, honestly. I was born on a foggy night.
I like that story.
We don't have to get into it, though, before we do our intro.
Before we do the intro, I'm Heidi Voss.
And I'm Bella Clementi.
And this is
the
Cool Views podcast.
Welcome. Episode 2 coming in hot.
Episode 2 coming in hot. We're coming for you. So today we always want to start the podcast off with a quote. So Bella is going to read this quote for us. Please be patient with us because we have had a few drinks and we're reading in the dark.
And how fun is it to read in the dark? It just makes me need glasses even more. And glasses are really cool until you actually need them. The quote of the day is that it is, quote, 1806 out of our beloved, the 2,548 Best Things Anybody Ever Said by her uncle.
Great uncle. Robert Byrne.
The quote of the day: I wish everybody would go back into the closet. This is from Josepha Heifetz. I don't wish everybody would go back into the closet. I wish everybody would just freaking come out already.
Come out
Baby,
of the closet. It's time. No more Harry Potter ass shit. We don't need to be underneath the stairs hiding. I was hiding in the closet for way too many years.
Dudley's pressure is way too real. Get out of there. Get out of there, and your uncle and your aunt, and tell the world.
And you will feel so much better. Really. But also be very careful because there is such a thing as, homeless LGBT
gay
youth.
hate. Yeah.
That's actually something that Bella and I are working on. One of the things we want to do with this podcast is also donate to charities and help people. We don't want to just be monsters and drink and have fun.
Yeah.
Which is, we want to entertain the masses, so we will act psychotic for you all. Yeah. But we also would like to spread the love and help people. So we're actually throwing a fundraiser tomorrow. Some of the proceeds to Smile, and it's this charity in Washington, D.C., run by one of my friends, Jorge. They have 4 homes that they have bought in DC, and they have like LGBT homeless youth come move into them. They teach them leadership skills and basically try to help them get back on their feet and then help more people. So we're throwing a fundraiser. We'll let you know how much money we make, and we're gonna help little LGBT kids who don't feel like maybe they can come out of the closet, or they've come out of the closet and they've been kicked out of the house. So amen to that.
Yeah.
We gonna have fun and we gonna help people.
Gonna have fun. Yeah. And we care about providing, helping other organizations that are providing the support for LGBTQ youth. That's what we care about as LGBTQ members ourselves. And
if you guys have any charities that you'd like us to focus on, like, we definitely want to raise money and send it out there, spread the love. So if you want to comment below and let us know what you'd like us to donate to, like, we're more than happy to do research on these companies and help people. So let us know, and that's our goal. So
send us your faves because we want to know them.
Yeah, it's interesting to learn about too. Like, it's really interesting, actually, I feel like, to find out what people are doing to help the community.
Yeah.
Especially because we're being flooded with information that is not necessarily good for our mental health. And maybe if we had a little more happiness and love going around, the world might be a little bit of a better place. So that's what we are here to do for you.
Truly. Yeah. Let us know. There's so many great organizations out there also, and it's hard to keep up and know all of the great resources that are there. And also, by talking about those organizations that we care about, that is just helping to spread the word to people who might be interested in the services that they provide, which is awesome.
Yeah, and we'll add the link to the Smile website below so that if you would like to donate, please feel free to.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to get into the podcast episode. Today we want to review one or two gay bars that Bella has taken me to in New York City. I know our background right now is DC, but I'm taking Bella out to gay bars tomorrow in DC. So
super excited. I can't wait.
Stay tuned for those reviews. But for now, we're going to talk about some of the gay bars that she has taken me to in New York. She's a little New Yorker girl.
Yeah.
I
New York
honestly,
City, baby.
I hated New York City until you took me out.
Heidi and I have talked about this before, but we agree, and I'm sure some of you might understand that being shown around a city when you know someone who either has lived there or currently lives there and can kind of just tour the town with you is way better than being a tourist in the city. Granted, like being a tourist somewhere new is always really fun and exciting, but to kind of have, or at least feel like you have the inside scoop on a place that you're not super familiar with is the best way to see a city. And you learn about all kinds of cool restaurants and hidden spots that you might not know unless you're a little bit more local. So
no way. And I feel like a lot of touristy places are like so crowded and so like overhyped. Yeah. That like you're not going to go to the cool places. But when you have a friend that lives there and can take you around, like we have a friend who she'll be a multiple time guest. Uner, shout out to the little Un. She wants to take us to Iceland and show us some gay bars in Iceland. So we're going to hopefully do that one day soon. Yeah. But for now, we are staying local.
Yeah, hanging tight in the USA, baby.
It's a party in the USA. Shout out to Miley Cyrus. Hannah Montana was probably my first girl crush ever.
Shout out.
Miley, my crush is still alive and real, so hit me up.
Yeah, Miley, come on our podcast any old time.
Also, I've been to 5 of your concerts. You Dead Pets.
I'm not saying I'm a super fan, but I'm a super fan.
Dude, the Dead Pets concert was epic.
The fave.
It was so crazy. She literally came out on stage dressed as a sun, dressed as a moon. She came out with like a 5-foot dildo on her.
Oh my God.
My cousin.
Incredible.
She rolled a smokable item and attached it to one of those beanie babies that are like dragons with like the big eyes.
Yeah.
And she wrote a note and she wanted to give it to Miley. And we like cut through the crowd and we got to like second row. And then Miley, it was at Echo Stage in DC. And like way the layout is it's like very spread. So when they let everybody in at the same time, like you can get to the front no matter
of a free-for-all.
what ticket you have. Nice. So we like got way up to the front. We were probably
ran
like
to the front.
second row maybe. Oh my God. At one point Miley came over and we were shrieking. So she like looked at us and she looked at my cousin and stuck her hand out because she was holding the little dragon up. And then my cousin froze in fear and did not throw it to her. She had her hand out like, give it to me. And then my cousin was like, and didn't give it to her. And then she handed it to the security guard later to put it in a box. And like Miley would get a bunch of gifts at the end. She didn't know at that point, who it was. I wish that my cousin had thrown it to her, but
yeah.
Miley, you are just so great. She froze. Is the camera off?
Dude, it's on. Here we go. Also, I just want to do a shout out. If any of you follow Dude with Sign, my favorite Dude with Sign post is the post where he's holding a sign that says something along the lines of like, thank your friends with portable chargers. And I just gotta say, I'm one of those friends.
She is that friend. She always has the portable charger.
I always have my portable charger. I never go anywhere. If I
tell them
head
why
out on a day and my portable charger is not charged, it's not gonna be a good day. I live for my portable charger. Or maybe my portable charger lives for me. But either way.
Why is that though?
Okay, I have a portable charger because I have a freaking iPhone from basically 25 years ago.
It's hilarious.
Is basically an OG iPhone right
It is an OG iPhone. I look at it and it's just incredible that Bella still has this iPhone.
I still got that button, that home screen button, that good.
That good shit.
Yeah.
So we just recorded a really good intro. I don't know if we got any of it.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to dying cameras. This is the Cool Views podcast. As you know, episode 2 coming in hot with your favorite hosts,
Heidi Voss.
Heidi Voss and Bella Clementi.
And this is the Cool Views podcast. We've said that like 10,000 times. I think that we're getting a little bit better at it. We are, wow, actually look at the view. What is all this?
Extra cool. Last time when we thought we were recording, the fog was rolling in and she's pretty thick now. And honestly, the reflection of the water is foggy. We've got a pretty chill night out behind us on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed with.
Yo, me too.
Honestly,
okay. We're here and we were like, we have the best view of the nation's capital. There are going to be some sick fireworks.
Yeah, we thought
there
there
were
were
no
fireworks. Zero fireworks.
Nothing. I honestly.
Nothing.
COVID, maybe. I don't know. I guess I haven't been in DC for New Year's in a while. So I don't even know what New Year's is like here anymore, and I just assumed we would see some poppin' fireworks. I've had New Year's in a few cool places.
Yeah.
Like, one year I was in Hong Kong for New Year's.
No way.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I was visiting my girlfriend at the time because she was living in Hong Kong for a job, and I went there for like my winter break in my college years and got to be there for New Year's. And it was just so cool to be in such an interesting city to celebrate
Chinese
the New Year.
New Year.
Yeah.
Did they have like the
New Year is a big
parades
deal.
and the dragons and like
Yes.
tigers probably everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
The year of the dog?
This year's Year of the Tiger.
I'm about the tigers. Well,
Yes,
I
I have a New Year calendar with a tiger on it.
we're 1994 babies.
Yes, it's like Year of the freaking Chicken or something lame. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm like, I remember, or maybe it's dog. It's either
I thought it was
dog or
dog.
chicken. Something lame though, because I remember looking it up when I was maybe in 6th grade and being so disappointed that it was something not very exciting, because I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to learn what animal. I really like animals, and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to find out what animal I am for the Chinese New Year.
Should I fact check us?
Fact check us real quick.
My computer is not letting
I
me
think
do
you're right
anything.
that it's Year of the Dog. Wait, I can also fact check. I remember being mad disappointed though. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Let's see.
Nah, my laptop is not working. Or my
Year
dad.
of the Dog.
Year of the dog.
And I remember it F that because my name's Bella, and half the people I've met in my life, I would say, are like, oh my God, your name's Bella? I know a dog named Bella. And I'm like, thanks so much. I really love to hear that. Not.
That happens to me all the time too.
What?
How would we
your
never talk
name?
about that? Heidi.
A dog?
So many dogs are named Heidi.
Dude.
And what a weird.
Come here, Heidi.
Yeah. It's also like not the best name to like scream at something, and I feel like you have
Heidi!
I can say Heidi Marie Voss. Like get
When your parents yell at you, do they say Heidi Marie Voss?
my full name.
Yeah.
It goes full name, full.
My parents will say
Asking.
my full name, but it will be Gabriella.
That's amazing.
And hence I don't go by my full name. When people find out my full name, which I've now revealed, I'm not a fan of it. It feels like a big secret.
It does. You know, my real name is not Heidi.
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 With an E at the end, right?
It's with an E at the end.
Whenever I see it on anything that's like legit documents, I'm like, what?
I sent my resume to somebody and they looked at it and then they said to me, "Did you spell your name wrong on your resume? Like, you idiot." And I was
What?
like, actually, that is my real name.
Oh my God.
But I remember in high school, everyone would call me German Haida.
Yeah.
And Joe, our friend Joe,
Yeah, JoJo.
she would always say German Haida with the meaty lobes because I have like very thick earlobes. I don't know why, but I do have very big earlobes. And it was just so funny. Like, Joe is the best. So like there was
I
no
love
offense
Joe.
taken there. You
Wait,
know?
but also, don't you go by your proper name, like in your workplace? At your most recent job, didn't people call you by your proper name?
They would call me Heidi still, but they just spelled it with the E.
That's so
because
funny.
there was another Heidi in my office.
That's
and
so
she
weird.
was so cool. And oddly enough, she was obsessed with Snoopy and the Peanuts. And I have loved Snoopy and the Peanuts since I was
Heidi
little.
is the biggest Snoopy fan I'm pretty sure I will ever honestly meet in my life.
I thought
When
that
I
was
see
the
Snoopy,
case.
I think of specifically you.
I thought I was the biggest one until I met the other Heidi.
Oh my god.
And she loves the Peanuts and Snoopy and everything.
Really?
And then Vans did a crossover with Peanuts.
Yeah.
And I am obsessed with Vans. And I wanted to buy everything, but, you know, broke ass foundation worker. So couldn't buy everything. But the other Heidi went and bought a bunch of stuff. And then she came up to me later and she was like, you know, like, I'm like a 50-year-old woman. I don't really wear...
Oh my god, she's in her 50s.
Yeah. I don't really wear backpacks. And I bought this backpack that was the Vans crossover Peanuts backpack. So I have this awesome Vans and Woodstock, the little bird. Woodstock is all over it, and I wear it all the time. And shout out to Heidi, my other Heidi.
Thank you, other Heidi, for blessing this Heidi with some dope ass swag covered in Snoopy Dog and Woodstock Bird.
And Woodstock. Gotta love them, you know? Gotta love them. Also, Joe Cool. We're doing the Cool Views podcast. Everything's cool. Snoopy turns into Joe Cool.
Oh my god.
I don't know when. He like turns into different... Like the Red Baron is when he flies around on his house.
Yeah,
his
we
little
gotta
doghouse.
find some sort of Peanuts trivia night somewhere because you would own that shit.
I don't know if I would. I used to watch it so much as a little kid, but like, I'll re-up on some Snoopy stuff.
You gotta.
I went to Minnesota and Iowa. Minnesota. And Charles Schultz. He's either from Iowa or Minnesota. It was one of the two. But I went to like his hometown, and there are all these Peanuts characters that are like iron statues everywhere. And it was...
Are you serious?
So cute. Statues, like all over this park. It was the cutest thing. And then they had all these facts about Charles Schultz, and
God.
it was cute. It was very
That's
cute.
really cute.
But gotta re-up on those Snoopy facts. But I still have the Snoopy from when I was a little baby sitting on my bed.
She literally... I just got into DC today and got to Heidi's house, and her bed is covered in Snoopy dogs. And I'm like...
Well, usually it's not. But I did have... I'm
feeling sentimental.
I had the Peanuts characters... They're Christmas characters. So I have those on my bed.
Oh my god.
I thought it was really funny though when Bella came in. My dad brought her to our like guest bedroom, and Bella like, you know, just followed my dad and like put her stuff in the guest bedroom. And then as soon as I got home, she was like, wheel that bag right into your room. Because we always, even if we have two beds, we sleep together, and we always like stay up until 4 a.m. talking. And it is like, it's when we're like at our most delirious tiredness. So we just act like hysterical
Total
and insane.
ding-dongs.
And it's honestly the best. We have the best conversations.
There's no better conversation than when you're staying up late, just jabbering, and we wake up the next day and it's like, I fell asleep at this part of the conversation. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's like, where did we even leave off? And then we just start the day all over again.
Start the day all over again. Couple hours of sleep and we're back at it.
Back at it, baby, working from home. And then we're like, what bar are we going to today?
Oh my God.
Which is a perfect segue into us wanting to talk about the gay bars in New York City.
The gay bars. Behold, because I am so set on Cubby Hole. Although the first weekend you visited me, which was an epic weekend to come visit, was Pride weekend in New York City.
It was
And it was
nuts.
a whirlwind. I mean, we did so much. Okay, the first thing we did, though, there was a lesbian pool party that we were supposed to go to. And I think it was the day that Heidi got there. And we hadn't seen each other in, like, I don't know.
4 years?
A few years.
I think.
Enough years that we obviously were
Freaking
going
out.
bananas.
I was freaking out.
reconnecting and telling, just like catching up. You know how it is. That good stuff. Telling it all. And by the time that we were ready to go to the pool party, there were only like 30 minutes left or something. And both of us were also kind of like,
do we want to jump in? Do we want to get naked?
Yeah, like
we did wear our bathing suits.
we did go in our bathing suits, yeah.
We had clothes on top of the bathing suits,
Yeah,
of course.
right. Of
But
course.
we were ready. We were
We
prepared.
were prepared.
I remember the tickets too. Like Bella was like
Yeah.
looking up these events for us to
Yeah.
go to. And the tickets came with a drink. So like when we got in, we got a free drink.
Yeah. They're like, get your drinks now. The bar's closing.
Yeah. Because
15
we were just
minutes.
talking and pre-gaming.
Yeah.
We always talk and pre-game for so long. We don't go out until like midnight or 1.
It's true. Even honestly getting to here, I remember thinking like, I don't even know if we're going to make it at a reasonable hour to our cool view for recording because...
But so Bella bought these tickets and we go in and it's like this hotel and there was a pool in the top. All these lesbians making out and grinding in the pool. There were like these ginormous pink lights. Like it looked like we were in
Yeah.
Vegas. Like
Oh my God, yeah.
it did. Like I've been to Vegas before. That is like sort of what it was like. And then because it was in a pool area, there was like tiered seating. And I remember we climbed up the tiered seating. And we were both like, I feel like we look so creepy right now. Like we're not
Because
getting in the
no
pool.
one else was sitting out. Because again, this was like at the end of the pool party. So at this point, everybody who actually showed up on time had had their drinks, had socialized, was hanging out, having a good time in the pool, you know, vibing. And we roll in fully clothed with 30 minutes to go. And we're like double fisting our drinks that we got with our tickets. And we're like, well, we're just going to sit down and, you know, keep catching up.
But I do remember us leaving with those 3 girls and we walked in Times Square.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then one of them thought I was cute and I was talking to them and I remember you were like, so that girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I was just being polite though.
we thought,
which
I
is
thought we were all
casually-
gonna hit it off. I remember I actually texted one of them trying to like vibe out and it didn't happen. And
They
that's
were
okay.
all cute and nice.
Yeah.
We walked and we got gyros and
Yep.
hot dogs or
Yeah.
gyros and hot dogs.
Yeah.
And
In Times Square.
In Times
the best
Square.
place, obviously.
wasted walking around. That was a Thursday night. That was when I got in. We literally went out like I think like
Oh my God, I remember too, we tried going to Cubbyhole after that because I was so excited to show Heidi Cubbyhole because it's truly my favorite place. It's my favorite bar. And it's like, I'm so thankful that I have found such a safe space in a bar because that's like really fun to be able to feel that. But like, we get there and they're like, we're closed for the night. And I was like, what? It was crazy because most bars in New York City stay open until 4 a.m. And I remember it was only
2.
like 2 a.m.
yeah.
I was like,
And people
dude.
were in it, but they weren't letting anybody else in.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
So we just walked our asses home.
Yeah, we walked around.
I
And
remember us standing across the street staring at it like, no.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they
we're like,
didn't-
what do we do now? We have to go home now.
We should just go home. But what did we do? We laid in bed together and talked until 4 in the morning. It was
Exactly.
a good time. And then Friday night comes, and Bella again sicing us with the fun ass tickets.
Yeah, so Friday night we went to this really cool cabaret show that they have at Sony Hall. And we went to this cabaret show with our good friend who was also visiting for Pride weekend. It was the 3 of us. And I don't think also like any of us had, at least I had definitely never been to a cabaret show. And I don't know if you guys had ever been to a cabaret show.
I had been to drag shows.
Drag shows, yeah. But this was like next level.
There were also a bunch of the Real Housewives there.
Yes.
I remember people freaking out about that.
Roni baby.
I don't watch Real Housewives though, so I was like,
Our friend Grant though, he does.
he was like,
Yeah.
oh my. But I mean, they had super famous drag queens too. Like
Yeah.
that one, I'm pulling a blank on her name. But remember Grant showed us like her music videos the next day?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember her name too.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I'm not good
it was
with names.
insane because that was the first drag show, only drag show I've ever been to where there were fully nude people.
Yeah, they're totally butt naked.
Butt naked.
Awesome.
They had tassels on either butt cheek.
To the nines.
Full frontal nude.
All kinds of good stuff.
Things were swinging around everywhere.
Yeah,
I was shocked.
Some of the performers, I was like, I didn't even know that was it's a performance I would never think of myself.
But it was so
God bless their creativeness.
Epic.
Epic.
It was crazy. And then they had like people on like trapezes.
Yeah.
And then they had, after the drag show, they like closed it down, but then they opened the stage up for everyone to go dance on.
Oh my God.
So we go up on stage and Bella and Grant go on the pole, the stripper pole.
Yeah.
And
we're swinging around full force.
They were so good at it. But like you guys, but not in like a weird way. Like they were swinging like Tarzan around on it, and I was geeking out. And then I remember Grant picking up dollars, and he was like, "Oh my God, there are dollars everywhere!" And I was like, "We should leave the dollars on the ground. They're definitely for the people that are here." It was so funny. It was so. And then we were on this stage in the middle of the bar, just dancing
and being gay as
fuck. And then my phone died, and I was like worried I was gonna lose you and Grant. And I was the first time I was in New York City, other than like coming as a tourist with my parents and seeing like Broadway shows. And so I remember thinking like, if I lose Bella and Grant, there ain't no way I'm finding my way back to Bella's, because I didn't know your address.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to ride the subway. You taught me how to ride the subway. I've ridden the metro before, but it's a little bit of a different experience.
It's a little different, yeah.
But I found you. We found you. Grant and me, we stuck together. Bella was off doing her own thing. Bella usually like loves to run away and frolic, which I'm about. I mean, you gotta live your best life.
I get carried away in the moment, you know, like I love meeting new people and just, you know, when I'm feeling myself, I run.
But you come back.
I do. I'm like
make
a
sure
dog.
I get home.
I'm like a dog taking a walk around the neighborhood.
That's so funny that you say that, because we started this with fuck people who call us their dog's names. And you're like, actually, I'm a puppy and I'm gonna come on back to you.
I'm not a dog, but I am a dog.
I feel like a dog too.
Yeah.
I feel like we're loyal and funny and we just want to kiss people.
Yeah, that's exactly what dogs are all about.
I want that unconditional love, baby.
I want to give you that unconditional
I want to give you that unconditional.
Please let me shower you with my love and my puppy kisses.
We are always saying we're both simps.
We're such simps.
So dog, accurate. Heidi dog, Bella dog.
Yeah.
We're a little offended, but turns out they were right.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
So, okay, that was Friday night.
Yeah.
Then Saturday night.
Also, I think was it Thursday night after we couldn't get into Cubbyhole? I think we went to Industry, which is a gay men's bar. And they had an awesome drag show, but of course we walk in, and if anybody has been to Industry, you know that it's a dude's bar. Like that, if you're a gay guy, that is a fun place to be. And like, I'm not a gay guy, so like, don't, you know, if I'm not speaking the truth, sorry. But like, we go in, it's all dudes, and we feel like such outsiders as two queer women, but also we're like, it's a land of gays. We're totally good here.
It's Pride weekend.
Yeah.
So we go in, and I remember trying to like sneak a little bit farther up to the front, and Bella and I find this leather couch. So we like sit down, but we even like sat on the top of it or something like that. Like
we were trying to not be in anyone's way.
Yeah. And these two guys behind us just start talking shit about us.
Absolute garbage.
And saying that we're just like these two straight girls that were like obnoxious for coming in there.
Approaching us about it too. It wasn't just that they were like shit talking us, it's that they were shit talking us to our faces and also calling us straight.
Yeah. And I remember I turned around and I was like, actually, we're not straight. pretty gay. And then I tried to like fist bump him, like, I'm a part of your team. And then he just looked me up and down and left me hanging. And it was quite embarrassing. And then I said, fuck it, we're staying right where we are because you're being an asshole and I will sit my ass right in front of you.
Amen.
And then the rest of the time they were being so catty and like rude to us.
Yeah.
And it was just so like ruining the vibe.
And I am a easily aggressed person. So also
She's a Scorpio, so she gets a little feisty real quick.
I'm a Scorpio. I got a little bit of a fire in me. And like if you're gonna shit all over me when I'm trying to like have a good time in my queer spaces that I am seeking comfort from and community, to be called out, and also just like being called out by someone who's also a member of the queer community and being labeled as like someone who's straight and doesn't belong is like super offensive. Like that stuff that really hurts, and like it makes you question. I mean, especially like Heidi, I don't know if you feel this at all, but like as someone who's bisexual, it's like never feeling like you're gay enough fucking sucks. Like that shit is the worst. So to also be called out by queer men, and I don't know, I do feel it makes you feel terrible. But I will say, you befriended, I think, friends of the people that were yelling at us.
Yeah.
And after that, it was like totally fine. It was cool, and we had a great time after that. But
I'm just charming the masses, you know.
Yeah.
I did befriend these two guys, and then I think the two that were mad at us were salty about it because their group of friends all of a sudden were like, "You guys are fun," and we're like, "Yeah, we are fun, and we're gay, so fuck all the way off."
Yeah. So
but also, we'll be your friends. But also, no, just those two can fuck all the way off.
Let's all get a little closer together.
Yeah, like we can all be friends here. But no, I do feel like it is a horrible thing. It's like gay culture is a little bit weird because any culture is a little bit weird, but I feel like we're all very lost as young people, and then we're like really trying to find our way when we finally figure it out. And then labels are like a double-edged sword because people can use it against you, and like it's not good to necessarily put yourself in a box, but labels are also good because I feel like, at least like for me, it helped me figure out what I am. Seeing other people that were like me, you can use that label to be like, maybe that is how I feel. Yeah. Because a lot of the time, when you don't grow up with any gay people around you, and you grow up in going to Catholic school and everyone's straight, even all your other gay friends are straight because we're all in denial and we didn't even know it was the case.
No, but I mean, like what you're saying about, I mean, it's just that it's a bummer when you wouldn't think that is something that exists at all in a culture of people or a community of people who are aggressed by like outsiders, or like, you know, people who don't fit into the group that you're trying to identify with. And then to find that sort of like turmoil within those groups is just, it can be really devastating and hard to deal with. And it just complicates even more the murky waters of
figuring out who you
being
are,
queer in general.
Because I think we're all just trying to find our little place in the world.
Totally.
However, I do also feel with like growing into who I am and meeting more gay people, like there are those certain situations where people can be rude to you, but when you like join a group, like I joined a gay flag football league in DC, and I became super good friends with all these guys. And a lot of the conversations that we have, you know, when you grow up gay, you are conditioned to conditional love. So you don't feel like you can be, or like you're not loved for who you are because you're not truly being yourself. And I do feel like gay people, because they experienced conditional love, they always want to give out unconditional love because they want other people to feel the love that they did not receive. Which is like, a girl talked to us tonight about how fun it is. She's a straight girl, and she said, me and my two straight friends went into a gay bar in like Alabama. which is probably a scary place to be gay.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's honestly the best. It's so much fun. I left there with my ego through the roof.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you walk in, everybody's like, girl, you look so good. Like, look at that outfit. Your dress is fire. Like, everybody, it's not a predatory place.
Right.
And so, like, as much as there is the murky turmoil, I do feel majority of gays are very kind and just want to sort of boost your ego up, because again, I think we have been beaten to the ground and feel worthless a lot. So then we want to make sure other people don't feel that.
Right. And I think like self-expression and feeling like you're your best self is so important in our community because of the turmoil and just suffering that we've experienced as a whole, that like boosting each other up and really emphasizing individuality and wearing what you want to wear and feeling good, like being yourself and reflecting who you are and how you present yourself to the world is like it's so great how important that is in the community. Because then, like you said, like when you're a straight person who happens to stumble into a drag bar unknowingly or into a queer bar, and to like have all of these like words of affirmation that are like sent your way that you weren't expecting, like the fact that that's just like the norm in our culture is like so cool and fun, and it's just so awesome.
It's so awesome. I remember also like freaking out, being so happy when I found out that Bella was also queer. Because
we didn't know in high school.
We did not know in high school.
We've loved boys.
We dated boys. I remember one time Bella and I leaving school with two boys, walking back to her house. So again, that was the first time I ever made out with a boy rather than just like kissing a boy. And it was horrible. Like, I remember I was also gay, so I'm sure that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that I necessarily was at the time. But I remember making out with this boy, and he tasted like his sandwich from lunch. And I was like, this is disgusting. Why am I doing this? And then I left the room to find you, but you were busy with another boy. So, I mean, the boy that you dated for a long time, not in a, like, but I remember being like, what do I do now? But again, another sign, another red flag I should have been paying attention to.
Also, this boy that Heidi kissed, I had also kissed at one point in high school.
We were all making out with all the same people.
Bunch of losers.
That was that part of life is so weird that like people always date the same people in the same circles. It makes sense because it's who you're around. Proximity is everything.
Of course.
But it is interesting, especially when hormones are high and you're young and everybody's jealous and it's like, what is even going on? Although I definitely remember like being friends with a group of straight girls and being like, why are you guys always trying to chase these boys around? Like, I don't get it. Like, why don't we just go out and have fun? Mm-hmm. But it was because I didn't get it. I just didn't fit in.
You weren't like vibing with what they were vibing with.
I wasn't vibing with. I wanted to drink and party.
Check was.
And they were like, we got to go to this party because this cute guy's there. And I was like, who cares if that guy's there? We got each other, you know? But it's probably because I was like, girls. You guys are cute. Like, let's fucking go, you know? But I didn't know at the time.
Garbage.
It's interesting how you can convince yourself of almost anything. Like, denial is like such a crazy, crazy thing.
Well, especially like going to such a conservative, private Catholic high school.
We have some crazy stories about our high school. I remember we had this sister, because there were nuns that taught us, was a biology teacher. Oh. So she had one of those like bones, human bones, like hanging.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And she used to take this femur bone. And do you remember this? And wheeled it in the hallways at kids. Mm-hmm. And she had one wonky eye that went like way off in the corner.
Mad-eye Moody.
It was like a movie scene. But I remember this one kid having a metal water bottle. And there must have been something in it. And somehow she figured it out. But I was just walking to class down the hallway, and this kid was drinking out of his metal water bottle, and then she was like, "What's in that water bottle?"
No
and
way.
he took off running. So there was probably liquor in the water bottle. But then she started chasing him with the bone down the hallway. And I was like, where am I? Okay, let's go back to Pride weekend.
Yeah. Pride weekend.
Saturday, Bella took me to Stonewall. Stonewall is one of my favorite bars. I do feel like Cubbyhole, like Bella has taken me to Cubbyhole a lot of times. They also have like a jukebox where you can like put coins in and choose the next song.
Pick your song.
That's fun.
I love Cubbyhole.
The decorations on the ceiling.
The decorations are dope, and it's like small enough that like because it's so small, not that many people can be in there, and everybody who's in there usually is like either in like a little bit of a vibey dancey mood and you can kind of like groove a little bit, or they're kind of chatty. And everybody's so nice. So you just end up becoming friends with almost everybody that's in the bar while you're there. And I love that. It's so small. And I love the bartending staff, too. They're all so awesome.
So awesome. Okay, so
yeah, it was Saturday.
We go into Stonewall, and Bella has just told me these New York friends are going to be there. And then we meet them, and we're all talking. And then all of a sudden, I realize that they're from our area, from Virginia.
Yeah.
So then they were like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We went to X high school. And then one of the girls, like, I was like, wait, I'm good friends with your older sister. And it was just like such a small world. And they knew my cousins. Yeah. And like, it was just so weird that all of our worlds were like combining. And then we went upstairs, and the dance floor was so fun upstairs.
It was honestly my best time that I've ever had at Stone.
We didn't want to leave and like not be able to come back in because the line had gotten just out of control.
And we didn't know what we were doing next.
So I remember I went up to the bouncer, and because we had befriended him when we came in, he gave us all wristbands so that we could skip the line and come back in whenever we wanted. And it was so cool. That was so cool.
So nice.
I'm going to have to save these stories for another episode, though, because it's 2 a.m. and we got to go home. But I do have to elaborate on these Pride weekend things because they were pretty cool. You guys were like homies and put together $22 for me to enter this bar to meet a girl, you know?
It was unbelievably epic.
And you guys were good friends for doing that. You know. Did we do anything on Sunday?
Well, we were really hungover, and we went to the Pride Parade festival.
Oh,
maybe there wasn't a parade, so to speak, but our friends have a waffle company.
Dick Waffle. And it's called Dickory NYC.
Yeah.
If you want to follow them on Instagram.
They're hilarious. 10 hilarious. Out of 10. Fun waffles. If you're going to have a waffle, get theirs at the festival. And we went, and we were just trying to like
stay awake. Like, so I was so dead. Like, we go, and I remember it was so hot.
It was so hot.
And we were so hungover, and not even just hungover from the night before. It was like 4 days of hungover. And we get to our friend's tent, and they had like a cooler, and we were at it again. They were like,
let's do some shots. And we were like, I remember I was like, I do not want to do a shot right now, but I can't be lame. Oh,
we got free shots. We got Dick Waffles. They're covered in like white chocolate and sprinkles. The people's outfits. I remember also being like, I love New York City and Pride. Because I left our tent to like go use the restroom, and I had to cut through one of those like underneath, you guys have like scaffoldings like everywhere, all these people dancing up at the top and like swinging around on it, and I was like, where am I? But it was epic because there was like Lady Gaga playing.
We're in gay paradise.
We are in gay
Pride
paradise
weekend in New York City, and then just getting into shenanigans the rest of the summer.
So I don't know if we like successfully really reviewed them, but we told you some stories. But I can tell Bella's getting real tired. I'm also real tired. Your eyes are so tired right now.
My eyes are tired.
So
right
tired.
Now. I'm like,
it's too late right now. So I think we got to sign off.
Yeah, we got to sign off. But we at least talked about Pride weekend, which is an important weekend from our summer of fun.
Mm-hmm. And rekindling our best friendship.
Yeah, summer of fun 2021.
But thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in again.
This is the Cool Views podcast.
Yeah.
Ta-ta for now. We'll catch you next time.
Next time. Thanks for listening.
Have a good one.
Until next time.
Bye.